What's up, y'all? It's Melissa Monique. Thank you for tapping into this video. I really appreciate it. Now let's get into it. Alright, y'all, this is a story time, and I'm gonna be talking about my first day back trucking in 3 years. So this story is freaking crazy. I haven't drove a truck in 3 years, so like that's already crazy within itself, because you know I haven't been behind a truck wheel in so long. So like, do I still got it? It's in the back of my head. Alright, so this is gonna be a horror story, okay? I'm just letting y'all know now, because my first day was not like the ideal first day. So hopefully you guys learned something from this story, and you know, I don't know, but whoo. Alright, I'm gonna get into this story. I'm not gonna put the company name in there or nothing like that, or no names or nothing like that. I'm just gonna tell y'all my experience, and you know, I'm gonna try to see if I can remember everything. It was like 4 or 5 days ago, so relatively new, but still a little like, you know, far away. You know, my memory ain't that good, but yeah, let's get into the story. You know, get you guys some popcorn, some snacks or something like that, you know, live through my pain, because oh my gosh, y'all, this was a crazy one. I can't believe this. Alright, y'all, so let's get into this story. Okay, so I'm gonna start with when they first called my phone, you know, to hire me for the job. Alright, cool. It was around like 4 o'clock. I get a phone call. Bam, I'm looking at it. I'm like, who is this calling me? I'm thinking it's spam. I don't even think I was going to answer it, but I was just like, let me just answer the phone and see who it is. All right, so it's a girl. She like, hey, I seen your application on Indeed. I'm looking for a driver. Are you still looking for a position? I'm like, yeah, I'm looking for a position, because I'm actively, you know, looking for a little part-time job. So I'm like, yeah, I'm looking for a position. I'm looking for a part-time, you know, this is my schedule, X, Y, and Z, and she like that. And she like, oh, okay, cool, we can accommodate that, blase, blase. I'm like, okay, can you tell me a little more about the job? She's telling me like how much I'm gonna get paid. Well, she didn't really get into detail. She just gave me like a general idea of how much I'm gonna get paid, and then she told me it was a sign-on bonus, and that she was looking for a driver. She didn't say too much stuff, and then she asked me, she was like, are you able to come see the truck today and do a little test drive, or you know, so we can meet up and everything like that. And I was like, I really don't like to do things like at impulse like that, because she wanted to meet up in the next 2 hours. So I was like, maybe we can meet up tomorrow and check it out. And then we started talking about something else. I forgot what it was, but then she had brung it back, because she was in the background talking to her husband, and she was like, you know, I'm a nurse, so I work during the week, and if you can meet me today, it would be ideal. Now this is a Sunday, so I'm like, all right, I'll do it. I'll meet you at 6 o'clock. She said, okay, asked me to send my ID and everything, and my medical card, and I'll meet you at 6. We hung up. But now I'm like super nervous, because it's like so last minute. It seemed so abrupt and everything. And she also mentioned a road test, and you know, well, to test the truck and everything, like the driver in the corner. She mentioned that. So I'm like, I asked her, was it a manual truck or is it an automatic truck? And she said it was a manual truck. And I started off driving a manual truck when I first started trucking in 2016. And I did a manual truck across country, and that was it. So I did manual truck for 3 months in my whole driving, you know, experience. And I have like 3 years worth of driving history. So after the 3 months, I only drove an automatic, but I drove over like 30,000 miles with a manual. So I'm just like, I'm pretty sure if I like YouTube it or something and get a refresher, then I'll be cool. So I'm like, okay, yeah. She was like, this is a 13 speed. Can you drive a 13 speed? And I'm like, I told her, I'm like, I only drove a 10 speed before. I never drove a 13 speed. But I was like, I'm sure I could look it up and see, you know, how it works. It shouldn't be that hard. And she was like, yeah, it shouldn't be that hard. All right, cool. That's great. All right, cool. So I'm in the house now, super nervous, heart beating, like, oh my God, I gotta meet up within 2 hours and test drive a truck, a manual truck that I haven't driven manual in so long. So it's been like 4 years or 5 years or something like that. I've drove a manual, and now on top of that, it's a manual truck that I never drove before. It's a 13 speed instead of a 10. So I'm looking on YouTube. I actually, you know, watched a whole video for a whole hour, you know, and then I was driving to the location and was watching the video, driving there, like, and I was learning so much stuff about driving a 13 speed and what's the difference from a 10 speed and a 13 speed. And it's a difference for sure, but it's not like that big of a difference, you know what I'm saying? So the only difference, you know, the major difference is it has an extra splitter and it's high and low when it gets to 5, 6, and 7, stuff like that. So I was like, all right, cool, that's cool. You know, I had to come up with the courage to, you know, want to drive when I get there. I'm just like, all right, I'm just like, I can do this, this is me going the whole way to the place. All right, so I get to the truck. She sent me a location at a Pep Boys parking lot or whatever. That's where their truck was parked. They don't have a parking lot where they have their trucks. She told me she has 5 trucks. You take the truck and you park it anywhere you want. All right, so I meet her there, and you know, she seems pretty sweet and all that stuff. And you know, she was telling me that she was so happy that I'm a girl and that the men that she had, you know, they didn't take care of the truck, and that she had to fire 2 of them. One of them she had to fire was because he was stealing money, and the other one she had to fire because he was selling drugs outside of the truck. So, alright, she like, I'm so happy you're a girl, you know, and blah 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 and stuff like that. So I take a look around the truck. We both walk around the truck. We really didn't look at the truck. I just did a quick skim. Now, you know, what I did wrong in that situation was didn't give a thorough look at the truck. I haven't drove a truck in 3 years. That's a long time. I forgot like the procedures, like the pre-trip, exactly, you know, what I need to be looking for, and you know, like all that stuff. All that stuff just erased out of my head, and I didn't look for any of that. DOT, inspection, nothing. Like, I didn't see if the lights worked, nothing. Like, I just walked around the truck, didn't even have the truck on, and then got inside the truck. So we both got inside the truck, and so we was talking and all that. I turned the truck on. I forgot how to freaking move the seat up and down. I'm thinking it's a car and trying to find like the thing on the side to like make the seat go back and forth, and I didn't even know how to do it. I'm just like, oh my gosh, I don't even know how to put the seat up. I can't drive because I'm short, and if I don't have the seat up, I can't drive. Like, and that's what I'm telling her, like, you know how to put the seat up? And she like, I don't know how to put the seat up. I never got behind the wheel. I don't know how to drive enough like that. So we both looking at each other like, oh my goodness. And she like, I'm gonna need to get you like a BBL pillow so you can be able to reach or something like that. I'm just like, I need to figure out how to, you know, I'm just playing around. And then I realized that to adjust the seats in the truck, it's in the front of the thing at the bottom. So you just click it over and you move up. So it's in the front, so you know. I figured it out. Bam, I turned the truck on. You know, it was beeping. I didn't even know what the beeping sound was because I forgot that too. So it's beeping. I turned it on. It was running cool, and then I just turned it off. So me and her continued our conversation. She was saying like, then she got deeper into the pay. How much money I'm gonna get paid? 20% of the load. I'm getting this, that, and the third. Like, I'm gonna have and then she telling me like in 3 weeks I'm gonna get a new truck. So because I told her I didn't really want to drive a manual because there's a lot with that, and she was like, in 3 weeks I'm getting a new truck. It's gonna be automatic and it's yours. That's what she said. I promise. That's what she told me. 3 weeks is yours. Blah blah blah. All right, cool. I was like, all right, cool. So I just gotta rock out for 3 weeks with this truck. That's cool. All right, cool. So then she like, I have a load the next day. Can you do it? So I'm just thinking like, that's kind of like soon. Like you didn't even process my information or nothing. Like, I don't know. It just seemed like everything was so rushed. She was like, I got a load tomorrow. I need someone to do it. Or something she was saying. Oh yeah, the load was at 11. And I'm like, I can't do 11 because I told you my schedule. I have a baby. And, you know, when I have my baby, I can't, you know, my schedule is different. So I only could do 8 to 5 or whatever. I can't do 11 because it's going to be after 6 or whatever. So she said, all right, cool. Are you able to pick up a trailer tomorrow? I'm just like, all right, I could do it. And then she asked me, she was like, do you want to drive it around the corner or whatever? I was like, I kind of don't want to drive, you know, while you're in a truck because I'm going to get a little nervous and stuff like that. So I just try to play it off to see what she would say, to see if I could bypass doing this road test, because I know I'm going to be, you know, trying to get used to stick shift, and it's probably going to be looking crazy, and I want to do it by myself. So I ain't tell her that, but that's what I was thinking. But yeah, she was like, it's cool, you don't got to test drive it or whatever. And she gave me the key to the truck, and she was like, I have an iPhone 13 for you. You know, it's gonna be a work phone or whatever, and this gonna be your truck until, you know, you get the new truck. You can do whatever you want with it, park it wherever you want, whatever, blah blah blah. And then she was like, all right, cool. So that's it. So like, that was like, it wasn't even really an interview or nothing. It was like, you see the truck, here's the pay, here's the key, here's the phone, I got a load for you tomorrow, bam, that's it. So I'm just like, okay, like, all right, we doing this, it's cool. I didn't think it was nothing sketchy or nothing. It was just quick. I wasn't expecting it. So I was telling her, like, it might be something on my driver's record, but I'm not at fault. I have a police report, all that stuff. She said, you ain't got to worry about none of that stuff. I'll take care of all of that, or whatever, blah, blah, blah. And she was like, I'm going to send you a W-9. We don't take taxes, so you take out your own taxes. And bam, 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 just like that. Whatever. So then, when did she... Alright, so she told me she was going to send me the information for the trailer pickup for tomorrow, for the next day, and that night. And I was waiting for it, but she never sent it. And then they ended up hitting me up the next day, the dispatcher. She ended up hitting me up, giving me the trailer pickup and all that stuff, information around like 11 o'clock, 11:30, which is already a little bit too late. Because then, you know, I told them that I have to be back by 5, and it was 3 hours away. So I'm just like, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to be getting back just in time, and it's not going to probably take me exactly 3 hours to get there. Then I got to get the trailer. So I was really, really like pushing it. And, you know, I'm like, all right. I was thinking like, if I'm late, then her dad can pick her up from daycare. I'm not going to be too late. This gonna be smooth selling. That's what I'm thinking. All right, cool. So she gives me the load, or she gives me the information on where to pick up the trailer, but it didn't have the exact address on there. So I'm like, hey, it doesn't have the address on there. Can you send me the address? And she like, okay, I'm gonna send you the address. I have to contact the broker for the actual address, and I'll send it to you right away. So I think it took about like a half an hour before she sent it to me, and then it took, I don't know why it would take that long for you to give me an address, but she sent me the address, and then I was on my way. So as I'm driving, you know, I'm trying to get used to the sticks and, you know, doing the splitter because it's the 13 speed and all that stuff. So like, I am super nervous in the truck, you know, just shifting away. I was grinding my gears a lot, you know. I even stalled one time. Well, I stalled a couple times, but I pulled over a couple times to like regroup and, you know, take some deep breaths, and I went on again, and, you know, eventually you know, I was starting to get used to it. And then especially when I got on the highway, is because I don't have to shift as much on the highway, especially if it's not any traffic. So like that was smooth sailing. So I also use the app, it's called Truck Map, I think. My friend told me about that navigation, trucker navigation, so I used that. And on the app, it tells you like how fast you're driving on that app, which I really like that feature when it comes to navigations, because I like to know, you know, my speed while I'm looking at the navigation and the speed limit and stuff like that. So yeah, it was telling me what speed I was going on the app, and then I'm looking on the truck and seeing what speed I'm going. So at first I wasn't looking at the speed on the app. I was just worrying about the speed on the truck. So I'm driving. I didn't even think I was driving fast or nothing. I was just driving a normal speed, and I'm looking at the speedometer, and it says I'm driving 100 and 120. So I'm just like, damn, I'm going that fast? I don't even feel like I'm going that fast. But the speedometer say 120. So I'm just like, the speedometer, why would the speedometer be lying? Like, so I'm looking around at other cars. I'm just like, damn, they going faster than me. So that mean they going like 130, 140. I'm like, I've never seen no shit like this in my life. So after a while, and that probably was going on for like a good 10 minutes. I'm thinking I'm going so fast. So I'm really slowing down, even so I won't be in the hundreds. I'm slowing down, and everybody's just zooming past me. I'm just like, something ain't right. So I started looking at the navigation app, and I'm looking at the speed, and it's saying I'm going like 50, you know, 55 and stuff like that. And I'm looking at the speedometer, and it's saying I'm going like 90, fucking 100, and I'm just like, what the hell? The speedometer was broke on the truck. So like, that kind of threw me off. I'm just like, okay, like the speedometer broke. I'm glad that the navigation on the I'm glad that it has the speed on the navigation, or I wouldn't even be able to know what damn speed I'm driving. So that's the first thing that I noticed about the truck, is that the speedometer is broke. And oh yeah, when I did the initial walk around, I did see that it had some like dents and stuff on it, and it had some scrapes, and also the side mirror was messed up. Yeah, if I have a picture of the mirror, I'm gonna show y'all what it looked like. But yeah. So it was kind of hard to see out of the bottom part, but she said that she ordered one and it was coming in a few days. That's what she told me it was in the truck, because I did mention that. I forgot to tell you. I mentioned the mirror. She's like, I'm ordering it. It's coming in a few days. I'm like, all right, cool. All right, no problem. I can still kind of see out of it, so I'm gonna rock with it. All right, so and then now I'm seeing that the speedometer is broken. So all right, cool. I got the other speed speedometer or whatever on the navigation app, so I could just use that. That's cool. All right, cool. So now I'm still, you know, on my way. I'm going there or whatever. And before I even, you know, got in the truck, also I went to Walmart the night before, and I got a car mount, and I had got some cleaning supplies because the truck was stinky and dirty in there from the last person. It wasn't clean, so I was going to clean up, and you know, I bought some air freshener so that it could smell good. Yeah, it was dusty. Yeah, it was all of that. So I bought cleaning supplies, and what else I buy? I bought gloves, you know, for when I'm handling the connectors to connect the tractor to the trailer. I bought that, and what else did I buy? Yeah, I think that's it. I brought my car charger for my car. Yeah, I was prepared. So yeah, I did that. So all right, the speedometer is broke, but we're still on our way. So all right, we get there. Also, the gas was on half when I first seen it. It was like a little bit less than half. And she told me that the gas card was gonna be on the side of the truck on the outside compartment. And when I checked it, it was no gas card. So I let her know, like, yeah, there's no gas card. So, you know, do you think that I'm gonna be able to make it to the place 3 hours away and back without using the gas card or whatever? And she was like, no, I think it's only gonna be halfway. So I will send you a cash app once you get there. I'm like, all right, cool. That's cool. So, all right, the gas is at half, and I'm riding there. And once I got there, the gas was kind of like in between half and empty. All right, cool. So I go in there, you know, I tell her what trailer I needed. I get them the paperwork, and then they show me, you know, was giving me directions on where the trailer is. So it took me forever to find a trailer because it just seemed like everything was so unorganized in that place. They didn't have signs or anything to tell you like what sections or zone you in. So I'm just literally going through all the lines looking for the trailer. And my trailer was written in marker, so it was kind of hard to really like see. And some other trailers had the big writing on the side. But probably 15 minutes went by. I finally found my trailer. I connected. I go out. The dispatcher tells me to take pictures of the trailer and everything once I get the trailer. And I also took a whole video of the truck before I even drove the truck. I took a whole video just so that, you know, nothing would be on me if I bring the truck back and it has like damage on it or something like that, and they didn't realize and try to blame me. So I took a whole video of what that trailer looked like, and I probably will add a clip so y'all can see that. But yeah, all right, so I bring the trailer back and I'm about to sign out after I use the bathroom, and they told me that it was a porta potty, and I'm like, I don't use porta potties, that's nasty. People in there be peeing everywhere, and I don't know why they can't just aim in a hole, but they aim everywhere else. I ain't got time for that. I went to the building, and they don't let outsiders in, but I always finesse my way to get inside, okay? When I need to go to the bathroom, get some food. So I went in the place, I knocked on the door or whatever. It was closed, but I seen the janitor, and he went to go get like the late night people from the back. Somebody came out, and he was like, yeah, it's cool, you can use the bathroom or whatever. Probably because I'm a female or whatever, they was being nice, but he let me use the bathroom, and then he said there was a cafeteria in there and I could get some food. And I'm just was happy because I was super hungry. I didn't bring no food. So maybe, you know, if y'all, you know, start trucking, it's your first time or whatever, bring y'all a little cooler and get y'all some food because y'all gonna be hungry. Trust me. So yeah, I did that, and as I'm about to leave, and it's already now like an hour went by because, you know, it took me time to like look for the trailer, expect the trailer, connect, roll it drawn up, you know, get myself together and come back to the front to leave or whatever. And right when I'm about to leave, he tells me, oh, do you have a license plate or temporary license plate for the trailer? I'm like, no, they didn't give me any license plate or temporary plate or nothing like that. So I'm calling my dispatcher and I'm like, hey, I need a, you know, temporary license plate to be able to take this trailer. And oh yeah, let me tell y'all, before I even get to the trailer, I'll make sure we're not dying. Okay, so before I even get to the trailer, the navigation that my friend told me about, it took me somewhere else. Like, so it took me 9 minutes from the place. But I put the exact address in, so it took me somewhere else. So I can't even use that app. Like, it's not that accurate when it comes to the location. So I had to end up using Google Maps, and I kind of got stuck somewhere where I needed to bang a UE and, you know, kind of get out of it. And I don't know, it was a mess, but I stopped in front of someone's house, and I'm in the country now, so like this is all like country, place I never been before. It was like farms and animals and crops and all types of stuff. So this is where I'm stuck in a random place, like, and I had to pee super bad. So like, I mean, I had to pee so bad. I'm stuck somewhere and I'm a little nervous. So like, I stopped the truck in front of someone's house, and then I just like used the bathroom like in the truck in the bag. Like, I ain't even gonna lie to you. I didn't want to go outside the truck because I'm literally in front of someone's house. I'm in the middle of nowhere in a freaking farm. So like, I don't know, probably people was probably looking. I don't know. I didn't see no people, but they could be looking out the window like, why this big ass truck up in my house? So I went behind in the truck, closed the curtain, peed in the bag, whatever. I did what I had to do. And then I came back, and now I'm like, now I need to figure out how I'm turn this big ass truck around. I didn't have the trailer attached, so that made it better. But if I did, like, it would have been more like an inconvenience. So I tried to, like, I'm kind of like on a hill a little bit, And so I'm going straight. It's a little hill, so I turn so I could be able to back up and go back out the other way. And as I'm reversing, like as soon as I get to the top of the hill, the truck just about to stop. Like it won't let me go any farther. So I was doing something wrong because I haven't reversed the truck in a long time. Like I don't normally like. I just forgot how to reverse. I knew how to reverse, but I forgot how it went. Like when you reverse and you clutch, you put the reverse in, you let the clutch go and you push the gas. Like that's how it works. But I'm so used to clutching and holding the clutch while I was reversing, like, and not letting it go, thinking it's about to fly away and go super fast. And that's what was messing me up. But that's not the case. You let the clutch go, and then you can control how fast to go with the gas and the brakes or whatever. But yeah, I forgot that, so I wasn't able to do my U-turn. So that took me probably about like 15 minutes, 20 minutes to try to figure it out, and I couldn't. And this random, pickup trucks rolled past, and I was like, hey, trying to get his attention. I asked him, like, does this road take you back to the main road? Because this is like a little skinny road. It's kind of like as big as my truck, but it's a two-way. And the truck is kind of wide. But he said, yeah, it does. So I'm riding on this skinny ass road, hoping that nobody comes my way, because then somebody's going to have to ride on the grass, or like it's going to be a collision or something. I don't know. But I ended up finding my way back to the main road. I'm using Google Maps now. I changed the navigation off of that navigation that I had and put it on Google Maps. Now, I'm going towards the place. It's a lot of hills, so I'm going through hills and all that stuff, and it's a lot of stop signs, and I have to downshift. And I forgot that the speedometer is broke on the truck, and that I was looking at the speed on the navigation, and at this point I'm not using the navigation no more because it's not giving me the right direction. I'm using Google Maps, so now I only can see the speedometer on the truck, which is an inaccurate read. So as I'm trying to downshift, I can't really downshift properly because I don't know what speed I'm in. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to know what speed you're in to be able to downshift correctly. So like that was like really getting on my nerves. Like I was having a hard time, getting to the place because there's so many hills, so many stop signs. I had to keep downshifting. It was a lot. And I stalled a couple times too. But I ended up getting there, and I realized, like, all right, if I'm going to be driving, I'm going to have to use the map navigation that doesn't take me to the right place. I'm going to have to use that on the car mount, the phone mount, and then also use my other phone to use the regular navigation so I can know exactly where I'm going. So I'm using two phones for navigation at this point. And that's when I was leaving. I was doing that. But I found the place. I got the trailer right now. So now I'm back at the place with the trailer, about to leave. And now we're, worrying about this license plate situation. So I called the dispatcher, and she's like, oh my God, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what they're talking about the license plate. I never even heard of that before. This is what she's saying to me. And that sounds crazy and stuff like that. That's what the dispatchers were saying. Then she's like, yeah, I'm gonna call a broker and I'm gonna find out what's going on, and I'm gonna give you a call back. Cool. So I'm sitting here at the place, just waiting to be able to leave, because they had the little gate thing, so they're not gonna let you leave with the trailer unless you got your credentials to leave. And so I'm just waiting. She calls me back like 15 minutes later, and it's already getting late. Like, it's getting late. It already took me a while to get there because I pulled over a couple times to get myself together, also find a trailer, connect to the trailer, come back, all that stuff. Oh yeah, and then the other navigation got me kind of lost. So like all that stuff was taking time, and time was just going. I'm just thinking about, I had to pick up my goddamn baby at a certain time, and it's it was a lot of stress. So then she says, oh, Melissa, the dispatcher said he forgot that he had to do the license plate. He forgot that place, you had to provide a temporary license plate. So I'm like, okay, like, all right, so what's the next step? Should I leave this trailer and go, or what? And she was like, The broker said to sit tight, and he's gonna get the license plate, and you'll be able to take your trailer. It shouldn't be that long. Okay, like, I don't really have a lot of time. This is what I'm telling you. I don't have that much time, but all right, cool, I'll wait. And the only reason why I'm being so patient is because it's my first day, so I don't want to really, give people hassle or nothing like that, or, I'm just trying to be calm, cool, and collective, and, just be able to show them that I could do my job properly without, all this extra back and forth. So I'm like, all right, cool, I'll wait. So I waited for like a whole hour at this point, and it's other people there trying to figure out the trailer situation too, and they was talking to me and stuff because I was in and out of my truck. Oh yeah, let me tell y'all, on my way there, I had to go through like the mountains, like where the Poconos is and all that stuff. And as soon as I got to the mountains, like it was nice and sunny, it was a nice day. And as soon as I got to the mountains, it started pouring down, raining bad as hell. Now this is an important part of the story. Like, there's rain. It was raining so hard I could barely see, and the wipers just going super fast. And that lasted for a good 10 minutes. Random ass rain lasted 10 minutes, and then it stopped raining. It was sunny again. So just keep that in mind, that it was raining. I had to use my wipers. All right, cool. So bam, I waited an hour, and just for some reason, I had turned the truck on, and the wipers had came on. Like, I don't know how it came on. I must have hit something or something, but the wipers came on, and it went one way, and then it went back up, and then it was like, and I'm like, what the heck? And I turn it off, and I do it again, and it goes like, so I'm like, what the heck is going on with these wipers? Like, what? And one of the other guys from the truck, he came over and was like, yeah, you need, he seen that I was messing with the wipers. Like, I opened up my door trying to push the wipers down, so he offered some assistance, and he was looking at it, and he was like, the motor is broke on the wipers, and it's not going to work anymore. Like, so I'm just like, I'm in this truck, and the wipers doesn't work anymore. Like, what? Like, I was just in a random ass rainstorm, like, coming here. Like, imagine if that happens if I go back and I have no wipers. So I'm just like, yo, this is freaking insane. Alright, and so that was a situation. I'm telling them that the wipers is messed up. They wasn't really like saying anything about it. They was just saying like, we can get it fixed when we come back or whatever. So I forgot all about the wipers at this point. Like, later on, as I'm still waiting, I forgot about the wipers. So the dispatcher calls me back an hour later saying, yeah, we're still waiting on them. I'm not sure what's taking them so long. I'll let you know as soon as I know, about the license plate. So now it's been a whole nother hour I'm waiting for this license plate. So now it's been 2 hours I'm waiting for this license plate, and she calls me and says they still don't have it. Give me a half an hour more, and if they don't have it, then you can drop the trailer and leave. So I'm like, all right, cool. I've been waiting this long. Like, I'm already making arrangements for someone to pick up the baby and all that stuff. So it's just like, it is what it is at this point. I'm already here. I might as well finish the job. So half an hour go by. She said, oh, the broker can't get the license plate until tomorrow. So I'm like, it just is what it is. Like, I've been here all this time, waiting all this time. I don't know why they had me waiting all this time. Like, I feel like he already knew he couldn't get the license plate way before 2 hours and a half. But, it is what it is. So I go and park the trailer up so I could leave. And as I'm parking it up and I pull off, the jockey comes and he tells me, like, where exactly to park the trailer. And then he comes out, to I forgot why he got out the truck, but he got out and he told me that my tail lights is broke. So I'm like, my tail lights is broke, and now at this point it's nighttime now, so like, I'm gonna need my lights now. It was daytime and now it's nighttime, so I'm gonna need my lights. So he tells me, all your tail lights in the back is broke, nothing is working, the brakes, the turning signals, nothing. Everything is off. And I'm just like, are you serious? Like, is you serious? Like, I'm riding a truck with no tail lights. That's super dangerous. Like, no one can see me stop. No one can see me tell if I'm turning or nothing. Like, I can get into some serious trouble with that. I can get into an accident, anything. Like, this is a truck that y'all gave me with broken tail lights. Like, did anybody check this damn truck? And I'm thinking like, all right, cool. That's my job. I'm supposed to take the truck as my pre-trip, but then at the same time, if y'all own this truck, then y'all should have this truck up to date. If y'all gonna be putting somebody in it, y'all should make sure everything is cool. Like, that's what I would think. I could be wrong, but like, if I was a business person and I'm gonna hire someone new, I'm gonna put them in a truck that's road ready. Is what I'm saying. But it's both of us to blame. So all right, now okay, the tail lights is not working. All right, cool. So now the wiper shade's not working, the wiper blade's not working, the speedometer don't work, the tail lights is not working, and the gas, it seemed as if it was one way, and then it was at another, it was at another spot. So I didn't really pay that no mind. I'm just thinking like, am I going crazy? Like, the gas was just at, half, and then it was like in between half and empty, and now it's like on top of half and empty. So like, at this point, the fuel gauge is giving broken also. Like, the fuel gauge was broken, because now at this point I don't even know where the gas is, because it keeps moving different directions. Like, I'm not crazy. So I told her about the gas. Like, I'm not sure where the gas is, but like, when I left, it was one place, then it was another place, and now it's somewhere else where it's higher than it was before, and I'm not sure where it's at, because you sent me some money for the gas. I never received any money for the gas. You didn't send me any money for the gas. So like, I just rocked out and went all the way back. But I ended up finally leaving. I was super nervous and scared. Once, alright y'all, so I leave, right? I put my hazard lights on, so that I'm glad that at least the hazard lights was working in the back. So like, no tail lights was working, no brake lights was working, but they could see the hazard light. So oh yeah, and before I left, right? Now I can get a ticket for not having no tail light on there on my truck, and I could potentially get that, on my driver's record, because I'm supposed to do a pre-trip, and if it messes up my driver's record, then it's gonna affect me from getting jobs in the future. So I'm already nervous as hell about that. And then I'm talking to my friend on the phone, because he's a trucker, and he's giving me advice about everything what's going on and stuff like that. And I'm already stressed and everything. He like, look on the side of the truck and see if the inspection stickers is expired. And he told me that it's because your speedometer is broke, your fuel gauge is broke, your tail light is broke, your wiper blades is broke. Like, you might as well just do a whole joint inspection now to really see what's up with this truck. And he's like, look on the side of the truck, see if the inspection is expired, and if it is, like, that shit is really crazy. So I'm like, all right, let me go look. I looked, the inspection was expired in 2018. Do you hear me? That was 4 years ago. The inspection was expired. Y'all put me in a truck that the inspection expired 4 years ago. That means y'all don't give a flying fuck about y'all drivers. Like, that was crazy when I seen that. I'm just like, yo, this is like the cherry on top. Like, all of these problems with the truck, and now the inspection stickers is expired. If I was to get stopped, like, that shit would go smack dead on my driver's history. Like, I would be fucked. Like, do y'all not understand this? Like, this is crazy. So I'm riding around with expired inspections. Tail lights is broke, fuel gauge is broke, speedometer is broke, windshield wiper is broke, fucking rear mirror is broke. Like, yo, this is fucking crazy on my first day, and I'm just getting used to driving manual again, and then I never even drove a 13 speed. So like all of this stuff is compacting on top of each other. Like I'm handling a lot of stress, and I'm very good with stress. Like I feel like I do like, like get overwhelmed and everything, but I always make myself out. I don't give up. I don't say I can't do this or nothing. I just keep working through it until I get to my destination or where I need to be. Like I may like cry, I may do something, I may like fucking panic, but ain't nothing gonna stop me from being able to complete my mission. You know what I'm saying? So like I'm going through all this stress, but I'm also like I'm rocking through that shit. So I'm like, all right, cool. I'm not about to stay the night overnight with this truck in the morning time to be able to ride this truck, because then I would have to sleep in a dirty truck that stinks, because I didn't have time to clean it up. As soon as I got to the truck, I had to hurry up and leave because it was already late. They already gave me the stuff late, and I had to pick up the baby. So all the cleaning supplies I didn't use, and also I didn't have a sheet or anything to put on the bed. The bed looked dirty, and I just did not want to stand there. I'm like, I'm gonna take this risk and go back home with the tail lights like this. So alright, I'm driving, and now I'm driving, I'm nervous, I got the tail lights on, I'm going slow. I'm using the navigation thing for the speed so I can be able to see. I'm using my other phone for the other navigation. I'm just doing the best I can do to be able to get home these next 3 hours. And then we get back to the mountains. Now this time it's not pouring down raining, but it started drizzling a little bit, and I just was like, oh my god, my freaking windshield blade wipers doesn't work. I forgot at one point, and then I just started remembering when it started getting on the window, and I was just like, yo, what I'm gonna do? It's dark time, it's about to rain, I can't see, like this stuff is dangerous. Like I can get into a serious accident if it poured down raining and I can't see and I'm just going straight, you know what I'm saying, in this big ass truck. So yeah, it's drizzling. I'm driving as long I can drive, like trying to be able to see through the drizzle. I'm just driving. The speed limit got faster. Everybody going fast. I'm still trying to go slow, but people are going fast, and they're splashing more kind of water on my windshield, and I already can't see. So like, I'm hyperventilating. At this point, I'm hyperventilating. I think that's the word. And I'm just like, oh my god, I can't see. I'm saying this so out loud, like, and I was just like so nervous. I'm trying to drive straight. I feel like I was on I was on a freaking bridge where it's like, if you fall off the bridge, you're going down, and the only thing down there is like trees and woods and stuff like that, and it's pitch black also. I just remember because of earlier. So it's pitch black. I'm on the joint. I'm on this highway where it's skinny, and it barely has any shoulders. So like, it's no shoulder, and then sometimes it might be a little teeny shoulder, and then but that's it. The only shoulder that can fit my truck. And then when you drive off, it's no shoulder. So like, the first little shoulder I seen, I pulled over. I was so nervous because the trucks was like zooming past me. It was like this close to my mirror. Like, I was like so scared, and I'm just like, oh my god, like I can't believe this is happening to me. Like, it was crazy. So I go out my truck. I'm making sure like no other truck coming, because if I open my door and the truck coming, my door coming off. So like, I'm just looking back, making sure no truck coming, hurrying up, going out, trying to put the wiper blades down to like with my hand to like clean the mirror so that I could be able to clean the window so I could be able to see. So I'm like, all right, cool. It's not raining that hard, so maybe this one little wipe, I can make it the rest of the way. So I pull off. Like, all right, cool. I wiped the joint off. I pulled off. Bam. I'm like, all right, I got this. It started getting wet again, and this time, like, I didn't see no shoulder. Like, I'm like, I didn't know how long I had to drive before I can get to the next shoulder to be able to wipe it off. So like, I'm driving, I can't see, I'm breathing hard as shit, I'm just like panicking, I'm thinking I'm about to die at this point. I'm like, I'm about to die, oh my god, I can't see. I'm just driving straight as I can, and Like at this point the whole window was like wet up, like it was like blurry, I couldn't see nothing, but I was like going like this, like super close where you could just see a little bit out of something. So that's how I'm driving like this, and then I see a little shoulder again, bam, pulled over, still in a dangerous spot. This time I'm just like, I need help. Like, I can't do this. Like, I don't know how the hell I'm about to continue on this journey like this. This is fucking crazy. So I called the girl that I met in the beginning that gave me the job. I'm just like, I'm like, do y'all got roadside assistance? Because I need help. Like, I'm in a dangerous spot. Like, this truck window blaze is not working. It's a lot going on with this truck. It's just super crazy right now. I need help. And she like, oh no, we don't have, well, she said we have roadside assistance, but they're not gonna come to like change the wiper blades. And I do have another guy who comes out, but yeah, she's like, I do have another guy who comes out. Let me give him a call and see if he can help you. Then she called me back like 5 minutes later. She was saying, oh, he's saying he don't have a motor on hand, so he's not going to be able to help you. So I'm just basically sitting here like, what you mean? The roadside assistant can't help me. Your guy can't help me. Like, what do you expect me to do? And she like basically kind of like telling me, yeah, he said put a tissue on the blade and it'll clean it. I'm just like, the blade don't go up and down, so that's not gonna work. And then she's just basically saying like, just tell me your location, maybe I can direct you. Like, you think that you can direct me while I'm driving blind and you're in a house in a truck on the highway in the dark? You can direct me? Like, that don't make no goddamn sense. Like, I can't. This is not a movie here, okay? Like, I'm gonna need to be able to see on what I'm driving while I'm driving. Like, what? So, like, at this point, like, I'm just like, my stress level is like through the roof at this point. And I'm just got tears in my eyes. I'm nervous. I'm afraid that like I'm about to get in an accident. My tail lights already don't work. So like they can see the flashers, but I don't even know if they barely see me. The trucks are zooming fast as shit. I'm on a bridge, so I'm just like this. I could tip over and fall. I don't know. It's crazy. So I was there for a good like, I don't know, 15 minutes. Trying to figure out like, am I ditching this truck? I'm calling an Uber. Like, what I'm doing? Cause I'm doing something. I'm about to stay here. Like, I'm tripping. And then like it started slowing up. The rain, like it kind of stopped, and I'm surprised because it was drizzling. I'm thinking drizzle becomes rain, like rain becomes pour or stuff like that, but it was drizzling and then it stopped. So I'm just like, God is trying to tell me something. Sorry though, but yeah, so like ended up stopping in 15 minutes. I'm like, what? Like it was like kind of like droplets at this point, like going really slow. So I'm like, I went back out the truck, cleaned the joint, like with my hand with the windshield wipers, going back and forth, cleaned it, and I pulled off. I was like, all right, cool, I got this. I'm gonna do this. At this point, I don't know where the gas fuel is. Like, I don't know if it's about to be on E. I didn't get sent no money for the gas, and it's going up and down, so I really don't know exactly where it is. But I'm like, I'm getting home. It's already like 40 minutes away. I'm getting home. So I ended up getting home and it was 12 o'clock at night. So I started at 12. I originally was supposed to be done by 5 o'clock. This is what I was told. But I started at 12 and I got home at 12 o'clock midnight. So that is a 12-hour shift. I was out there, you know, like going through all types of ups and downs, driving, waiting, all types of shit. Like this. That's what my day consists of. And I'm told them, I'm like, I'm not driving this truck or doing another load or nothing like that until this truck is fixed and updated. Like, I need these things to be fixed. Like, I need the inspection stickers to be fixed, and I need my windshield wipers to definitely be fixed. I'm definitely not driving without a windshield wiper. And I'm like, the speedometer, the gas fuel, that stuff need to be fixed. The tail light need to be fixed. I'm telling them all these things that need to be fixed on this truck, and they're like, all right, cool, you'll be able to do that. You can take it to the shop or whatever, blase. They tried to give me another load the next day, and I'm just like, no, I need to take this truck to the shop. I'm not about to drive this truck in this condition. So no, like, they care about their money. They don't care about their driver and their driver's history. I mean, their driver's record or their life. Like, don't seem like, it seems like y'all want to get me on this road knowing what condition this truck is in, but you're still trying to put me on the load. But I ended up going to the Flying J to go to the truck place to get it fixed. I had the list, but then they told me like everything can be on there, just the inspection. Let's do the tail light and the windshield blades or whatever, and we'll do the rest at another date. I'm like, all right, cool. They're the major things. Let's do that. I ended up only getting the tail lights fixed in the back, and the tail light thing was hanging off. I didn't even realize it was hanging off, and it was hanging from a bungee cord. And I'm gonna show y'all what that looked like. The thing was off the joint, like, I mean, as I'm driving, I know the thing is just going up and down because it's only holding by a bungee cord and it's not even tight. So, like, when a guy looked at the tail light, he seen that all the wires was ripped apart. And it's probably because the thing wasn't attached. So I feel like if the bungee cord, comes off or, anything, that all the wires is going to get disconnected again. But they couldn't fix that part unless, they was willing to pay for it. But they changed the wires up and made the tail lights fixed. But they said that's all they can do because of how much time I had, because time was flying. They had me go there late again, which I would have went there early. They would have told me to, but they told me late, so I didn't have enough time to be able to get all of it fixed. But at the end of getting that fixed, their card declined, their business card declined. They said they had $20,000 on there. It declined. They had to cash at me the money, which took them about an hour to cash at me the money. 1 hour to cash at me the money, knowing that I'm already about to be late again to pick up my baby. So that was an issue. And then I was supposed to go back to get the windshield wipers because they wasn't able to do it that day. And here they go again, trying to get me on another load. I'm like, only got the tail lights done. I didn't have enough time to do the rest. I already told y'all, and we already went over this, that this was going to be a 2-day process, and I have to go back and get the rest fixed. They're like, oh, we need to get this load fixed. I'm like, the inspection stickers is not changing. I'm not driving without the inspection sticker, and I'm not driving without the window blade. So they was like telling me to park up the truck or whatever. They're going to get it fixed in the future. And I feel like they said they was going to do that because they didn't have the money on the card that they thought they was having, and they didn't want to pay cash for it. So this is like the first day is already over. The horrible day. I already finished that. I'm telling you about, a couple days later because this all kind of correlates, but that it was definitely a horrible day. Like, it was crazy. But yeah, like, I'm just summing the rest of it all up. The truck didn't end up getting fixed. They put me on another truck that said that was up to date. But they tried to put me on another truck. They told me it was up to date. I asked them, and when I got to the truck, the inspection stickers was expired after they told me it wasn't. And then also the fuel caps, both of the fuel caps, it was no caps. One of them is covered up with a glove. The other one's covered up with a trash bag. And they're telling me like, oh, we need this ride, or we can get messed up with the load with the broker, and they can kick us off. I'm like, that's none of that stuff is my problem. Like, I'm not driving no trucks that's gonna get my license suspended or put or things put on my driver's record, or even risk my whole life driving with a trash bag on my fuel tank. Like, I don't got time for none of that stuff. I'm like, I can't do it. So they was like, oh, I'm sorry, like, I didn't know, like, this was a truck. If you didn't know if the truck was like that, why would you tell me that the truck is updated? So, like, now you're just saying anything at this point. And then and also, like, the load they wanted me to do was to pick up another trailer. After she already told me that I didn't have to pick up another trailer ever again. She told me I only going to do Amazon, so that was a lie. And she told me that I was getting a new truck, and she gives me an old truck that, you know, isn't updated, and the new truck has to go with the people who already used to work here because they're seniority. But that's not what you told me before either. So I'm just like, there's a lot of stuff going on. At this point, like, I was gonna continue on with the company if they get their, you know, their shit together, but like, it don't seem like they're getting their shit together, because no, okay. And then I'm like, can I get paid for the 2 days that I wasted my time, you know, doing X, Y, and Z? And she said yes, and then I ended up not even getting paid. Like, I'm not paid yet, and I'm still waiting to get paid. I need to get paid for my time. She's asking me for the keys and the phone back, because probably they don't have the funds to fix the truck, and they want to find someone who don't care about their license or their life. That's on them. But no, you cannot get the phone. You can get your keys back so that maybe you can fix your truck, but you can't get your phone back until I get my funds. That's just what that is. So this is crazy. It's a super horror story, and like, I already knew, like, it already seemed a little sketchy from the beginning, because she was like, yeah, I don't drive trucks, I don't know nothing about them, I'm just trying to make money and, you know, like, do whatever you want with the truck. It's just like everything that was happening so fast, the things she was saying already seemed sketchy from the beginning. So like, it just got worse and worse and worse and worse and worse, and it's just like, I'm so happy that I made it out of that. And yeah, like, never again. Like, now I know, like, if I'm gonna go to a trucking company, like a small trucking company or whatever, or even a big trucking company, I need to make sure that the shit is legit and right. Like, I need to make sure, like, I do my pre-trip correctly. I'm never gonna forget that again. Make sure everything is updated, the DOT stuff is updated, like, everything is cool, everything's working. And yeah, man, this is crazy. But I hope y'all learned something from this, and learn from my mistakes, and like, learn through my pain and all that stuff, and suffering. And yeah, like, get y'all a good truck job. Don't do what I do, man. Like, if y'all have any advice or like anything y'all want to say in the comments, let me know in the comments. Tell me y'all stories, if y'all got any stories. Like, I want to know it all, because I don't know if this stuff was like, it made sense, like getting the keys so fast, or like having to do a load the next day. Like, I don't know if all this stuff is cool, because I only had like regular corporate, you know, like official jobs. I didn't work with a small company before. So let me know if that's something that's a regular thing that they do, you know, for my future reference. So let me know that in the comments. And yes, like, subscribe, you know, and I will see y'all in my next video. Subscribe, y'all. Subscribe. And yeah, I will see y'all in my next video. Bye.